Hello everybody. Once again, welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe there. Today we'll be doing question 8 now, continue with November 2023 paper, right? So now this is cubic function. So let me find a pen. So now this is what is happening. Each and every time when you're approaching a question, you must interpret and check what you are given before going to questions, because that will help you so that you'll be able to do what? Answer questions easily. Is it fine, guys? So you must check that thing first. Now you're given f of x, which is negative x cubed plus 6x squared minus 9x plus 4. I can already see that the value of a, which is the shape, it means what the shape, it is a what? It is a negative graph. So the graph will look like this. Is it fine? Because of this negative there. So now that I know that this is how the graph looks like. Okay, and then now lana, it is in the form of factorization sort of here. So they've already gave you x-intercepts. You are already given x-intercepts, in other words, because now when it is here, it is when it is what? Factorized. Okay, so now already I can see that from this x minus 1 squared, it means this one is what? Repeated root. It means 1, the answer will be 1. So it simply means this one, 1 will be what? The x-intercept, at the same time be what? The turning point. It is a repeated root. And then now, and then the second x-intercept will be what? The second x-intercept will be 4, because it will be negative x plus 4, which is equal to 0. Then x is equal to 4. Take this negative x to the other side. This is fine. So it basically means this one, it is the repeated root, and then the other one, it is the other x-intercept. So one, it is the x-intercept, at the same time it is the what? The turning point. So now you have identified the things that you have. The first question says determine the coordinates of the turning point of f. They want the turning point, and now you know that when they're talking about the turning points, that's where everybody becomes safe, because you simply do your first derivative. So 8.1, first derivative of x is equal to what? Negative 3x squared plus 12x minus 8, right? But we know that the first derivative is equals to 0. So negative 3x squared plus 12x minus 8 is equals to 0. You can now do what? Factorize. So let me start by getting rid of this negative and divide everything by what you call what do I have there? Oh, it is 9. So it basically means I have what? 9 here. I made a mistake. It is 9 here. So now let me divide everything by negative 3, so that I'll be simplifying it to x squared plus 4, x, dividing everything by negative x squared minus 4x plus what? Plus 3 is equals to 0. Because now I'll be dividing everything by what? By negative 3. Negative and a negative will make it a positive, and then a positive divided by negative gives us negative 4. Negative over negative gives us a positive. And then now, since it is like this, I can do what? Factorize. You can use your quadratic formula. So this one will be what? X minus 1, x minus 3. So therefore it simply means x is equals to 1 or x is equals to 3. I hope it is clear, guys. Okay, and then now after that, these are your x-intercepts, right? And then now you are gonna take the x and the values of x to the original equation. So where there is x, you put 1. So let's start with 1. So you're gonna see what? F of 1 like this. You're gonna substitute where? In the original equation. But now if you can check something without wasting time, I was already given in another form, right, whereby it was in the bracket. So I can also use that one because this is the same equation. So now I am basically meaning that I'm gonna use this one which I was given, because this and this are the same thing. When I expand this thing, it will take me here. So I don't want to waste time writing many things. So lana, it will be what? and it is x minus 1 squared, you do 1 minus 1 squared, and then plus, it was negative x plus 4, so it will be negative 1 plus 4. Simple. Then f of 1 gives me 0. And then now it basically means at x is equals to 1, the y value is equals to 0. And then let's check f of 3. And it is the same as f of x. Where there is x, I put the x values I got. So now this will be what? 3 minus 1 squared plus negative 3 plus 4, which will give me what? 4. So now it basically means the turning points are 1 and 0, and what you call the second one, it is what? 3 and 4. You take 1 and the answer, 3 and the answer you got. This is the y value, this is the y value, this is the x value, this is the x value. So it basically means this is the y value at x is equals to 1, this is the y value at x is equals to 3. Okay, so now let's go to the next question. What is the next question saying? Draw a sketch of the graph. So now they want us to sketch, so I'm simply gonna use this space here. So it is what? 8.2. So already this is what you have to know. On the equation, now check something there. On the equation, you were given what? Plus 4. This plus 4 implies that this is the y-intercept, where your graph cuts the what? The y-axis. So the graph will cut the y-axis where? At what you call? At 4 there, at y is equals to 4. At this paper and moving. So now when it is like this, you're gonna label y x there. So now I know that since the value of t there on the equation, it is what? 4. It simply means my graph will cut the y-axis where? At 4. And already I have told you our shape, the shape must look like this from the first thing that we did when we were doing interpretation. So we are gonna start, and at the same time I told you that at 1 it is the x-intercept, at the same time it is the what? The turning point. So that's it. That is how my graph will look like. You can extend it until lapha pants, it must go down there, and then even here it must go up nyana there, just that I don't have space. So lana, at this point, the coordinates for this point, it is what? 0 and 4. You must always label 0 and 4, and then lana, it is what? 1 and 0. This is the what? The repeated root. The x-intercept, at the same time it is the what? The turning point. And then here, what do I have? This is the second one, right? So this is what? 4 and 0. And then now lapha phezulu here, this is the second intercept, right? So it basically means at this point, these are the coordinates 3 and 4. Can you see where it is coming from? 3 and 4. The reason why I am saying here at this point it is 4 and 0, it is because I was told on the equation there, which was the second one, the x-intercept, it is what? I told you it is what? 4 and the what? 1. So my x-intercepts were 1 and 4. So that's how it is, guys. Let's go to the second question. The third question: use the graph to determine the values of k for which that f of x is equals to k will have 3 real values and unequal roots. So this question now, you'll have to interpret it. Okay, so now this is how you're gonna check it. And this is the points that you have: 1, 2, 3, and then 4 there. So now let's check there. They are saying that use the graph to determine the values of k for which that equals to k will have 3 real roots and unequal roots. Okay, so in these types of questions, you must check very well there. You must do what? You must check. You can even draw your lines there, like draw this line, because of the shifting of the graph, right? So now when they are talking about the real roots, you must have 3 x-intercepts there. You must have 3 x-intercepts when you're talking about the roots there. Okay, so now basically the answer for that will be what? 0. Between the values of k will be between 0 and 4. Is it fine? Because that is the points whereby this graph, it is between what? It is having what? 3 real roots. I hope you understand that one there. Yeah. So now the answer for this question number 3. So let me simply write it here. So it is just what you call interpretation on your graph. Okay, so between 0 and 4. Is it fine, guys? You are simply checking the x values. This 0, it is the 0 where at the y-intercept, and then this 4, it is the what? The y-intercept, which was down there. Yeah. So now let's go to the next one. What is it saying? The line which is close to that is a tangent to f at the point of inflation. 6 marks. Determine the equation of g. So now check something there. What you must know, it is that it is the point of inflation. Wait. We must know the definition of the point of inflation. The point of inflation, it is a point whereby your graph stops being concave down, starts being concave up, and then at the same time where it is stopping being concave up, starts being concave down. So now in this graph, I can deduce that this is what? This is the what? The point of the point of what do you call it, Vel? It is the point of inflation, because it is now stopping being concave up, starting being concave down. But now they are saying that there is a tangent here. So now they want the equation of that tangent. So we are going to start. Whenever they're talking about the equation of a tangent, I will repeat this and I'll always say this. Always find the first derivative. But now they are talking about what? The point of inflation. So now in the point of inflation, that is when you'll have to do what? Find the second derivative. So now already we deduced that the first derivative of x, it is negative 3x squared plus 12x, right? Minus 9. But now they're talking about what? The point of inflation. That is when you'll have to find what? The second derivative. So it will be negative 6x plus 12. Knowing that the second derivative, it is equals to 0. So therefore negative 6x plus 12 is equals to 0. 6x is equals to 12. Therefore x is equals to 2. So now this is the what? The x value. So basically this is the x value at the point of inflation. Okay, so now let's check something there. Until now we are checking what? This was my graph, right? And then this is the point of inflation. Now since they're talking about the tangent, now I must have the coordinate. I must have the coordinates there. So now already I have 2 there. Since I have the x value, I must find what? The y value now. You understand? I must have what? The y value. So now this is what you must check. I must have the coordinates of the point of inflation. So let me substitute what? These 2 were on the original equation. And then it means that I will get what? 2 also. You can also calculate it. You'll also get 2 there. And then after that, we're going to continue now. We'll now check what we call the gradient now. Is it fine? So now when checking the gradient, this is what you do. Okay, so let's check it out. This is how I found my answer there. I used the second equation whereby it was what? X minus 1 squared and then minus x plus 4. You see, I got 2 there. But now at the point of inflation, I have what? 2 and 2 at the point of inflation. Now check something there. They want the equation of the tangent. So now going back to analytical geometry and the concept of the equation of a line, what must you have in order to have the equation of a straight line? You must have what? The gradient. Number 2, have what? The coordinates. Okay, so now at the same time, having the coordinates, already I have the coordinates at the point of inflation, which is what? 2 and 2. Now I'm left with finding what? The gradient, because at the point of inflation, I have what? 2 and 2. I just calculated them right now. So now this is how I'm going to find the gradient. First derivative, it is equals to the gradient. What is the first derivative? Negative 3 x squared plus 12x minus 9. Where at x is equals to 2. Whenever you are dealing with the first derivative of x, you are always doing what? Taking the x value only. So now you're going to substitute 2 where there is x. So therefore the gradient, it is what? Equals to 3. Now let's find the equation. So let me say y is equals to let me use this one. Y minus y1 is equals to mx minus x1. And then at which point? At 2 and 2. This is the point of inflation, right? So now y minus 2 is equals to 3 x minus 2. And then my equation will be what? Y and then what? Minus 2 is equals to 3x minus 6. Therefore the equation, it is y is equals to 3x minus 6 plus 2, it is what? Minus 4. So now this is the equation of the tangent that they're talking about. And then now I hope you understand, guys. That's all how it was. On the first one, they said that they want the equation of the tangent which is passing at the point of inflation. So now the first thing that you must do, you had to find the x value at the point of inflation, right? And then at the same time find the y value at the point of inflation, basically meaning that you must find the coordinates at the point of inflation, because that is where the tangent it is passing at. Okay, and then after that I have realized that for me to find the equation of a straight line, I must have what? The coordinates and the gradient. So now already I had the coordinates, which is what? 2 and 2, by calculating them there. After that I had to find the gradient using the first derivative of x is equals to m, and then wrote it there, substituted 2 there, and got my gradient as 3. After that, use the straight line equation what and substituted to get what? The equation. That's all how it was. The main thing is to know which point must you use to find the coordinates and stuff. Okay, so now that's how you do that. Let's check the last question there. They are saying that calculate the value of theta, the acute angle found between G and the x-axis in the first quadrant. Now this one was better now, because you are basically using what? The gradient you got there, and then getting the answer. So we know that from analytical geometry, m it is equals to tan theta. What is what is the gradient? 3, it is equals to tan theta. Then it will be theta, it is equals to arctan, which means with it is equals to 71,57 71,57 degrees. That is your answer there, guys. Okay, I hope you understood everything, guys. Don't forget to comment, like, and share, and then subscribe there. That's how it was, guys. So now thank you very much for watching.